Hello, welcome in and welcome back. My name's OKRepeat and we are here with Control. Jesse has found the ordinary AWE, at least I assume that's what that is, through this bulletproof glass. And we went ahead and put on her P7 outfit, and because, it's fun to switch it up. So we're going to have a heartwarming or heartbreaking moment, depending, and get to the bottom of this mystery. Possibly. After we read this, because why not? Ordinary AWE, stage 1.b, dump. Witness testimonies. The second slide we called The Meadow, but it was really just an empty lot with a bunch of weeds. There was a shack and a phone line. It smelled like flowers there. It was powerful, intoxicating. We had crazy dreams there. It must have been because of the smell. I didn't like it. Didn't like losing control. In the dreams, everything was melting. And then when we'd come out, everything had melted around the projector. Jesse Faden, therapy session, 2010. Neil was really into it. We found out he'd been coming there more and more on his own. Then Tom beat the secret out of Neil and found the projector. He and his goons got it and took it. Jesse Faden, therapy session, 2010. We thought Neil had got lost inside the meadow when Tom changed the slide. But that's not what happened. Dylan Faden, interview, 2002. Extrapolated information, unconfirmed existence of additional slide designation meadow. If I recall correctly, all the slides got melted, save for the last one, which is the one we got stuck with and they decide to mess around with after all these years for no good reason. This is gonna open the gate. Okay. I'm gonna move you here, just in case I have to start shooting things. I'm prepared.
Let's see what they have on ordinary. All here. Our home, our school, the woods, the dump.
Well, I wasn't expecting this. Hello? Anyone here? I forgot I could fly. I keep forgetting I could fly. It's all like, oh, no need to worry getting stuck anyplace. When you can fly, everything's fun. Stage 4. Can I can move the guard. Sorry, Jesse. Totally destroying your memories here. Was this your house, Jesse? Where was your room? Maybe a bit untraditional, but I got you home, Jesse. How does it feel? Was it everything you ever wanted? Everything? Actually, now that I see it, it does have a stage 4, stage 5, so I'm guessing we want to go down that way. It's not luggage, but it will do. Stage 2, so these must be different locations where everything happened. Stage 1, the dump, was right here. This is where they found it. Ordinary AWE stage 3, public school. Tom and the others had gotten worse. Scarier. The math teacher, Miss Chester, tried to make them listen and they pushed over a piano on her. Broke her legs. Then Tom bashed her head in. Bye-bye, Miss Chester. I always liked her. I liked math. Dylan Faden, interview, 2002. If you learned violent tendencies, it seems like maybe Tom and his gang might have been some inspiration. That was the tipping point. It was Lord of the Flies level bad. The grown-ups realized something was wrong. The police came and literally dragged Tom and Hugo and the others away. Tom was screaming that the Not Mother would make them all go away. They enacted a curfew for every kid in Ordinary. Mom and Dad were pissed, asking us about the dump, about everything. I remember wanting them gone, like Tom had said. When we woke up the next morning, pretty much all the adults had just vanished. Was I responsible? Did I don't know. Jesse Fade in therapy session 2010. Wow, that is that is some deep stuff to be carrying with yourself through all that time. Extrapolated information. Disappearance of majority of Ordinary's population confirmed to result of slide projector related AWE. The not mother must have done it. But I do wonder if Jessie wishing the same thing had an impact, since she was a bit more powerful than everyone else there. She had the powers to back up the wish. Oh, and now it's suddenly go time. I was checking out the back area. Looking for... hit you with a car. Oh shoot, oh shoot. Wasn't expecting that much of a camaraderie. Oh shoot, maybe don't be flying around. There's not really good... like, these aren't the best for sending at people. Like, it's better than nothing, but... okay, I guess I could shoot you too. Okay, convert, convert, convert. I need more friends in this fight. Oh, can you convert too? Actually, I want you... oh, I messed that up. Okay. You are a big bad meanie. Ooh, cameras. Oh, cameras. Oh. Actually, that looked really cool for a second. Drop and throw. Ha, take that. Is there anything else? Oh, I did have this thing up here. I don't think I really need to go all the way back up here, but it's not gonna hurt anything, right? Yeah, well, it didn't really help that much. A bit ballsy, but no pain, no gain.
We found the slide projector in the dump outside town. Did they recreate that too? Is that where they keep it?
Trying to recreate the dear old memories.
They say when you visit your childhood home, everything feels small. Like a miniature, not real. They got that right.
Mm-hmm. Was your town always this messy? No wonder the adults couldn't handle things. Well, let us go on to the ordinary dump site. What is going on here? Oh, didn't mean to do that.
You mentioned a poem last time we talked. By Thomas Zane?
Yes. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated.
I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name. I did find a European filmmaker who lived here in the 60s, named Thomas Zane.
What? I don't...
No matter. It suits you very well. The poem. How you see things. Maybe you wrote it yourself?
I didn't.
No matter.
This psychiatrist, I hate her.
Times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing?
Oh,
Can
really?
we talk about that?
Okay. Yeah, it's this... I feel an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost.
It's natural for you to feel that way.
You did lose your parents.
Your brother and your parents are dead.
No. Dylan's not dead. And that's not even it.
You're referring to the imaginary friend from your childhood?
Polaris, she's come back. After a long time, she's calling me.
Oh, she left for a while?
A dream I saw, she showed me things.
Oh, that sounds crazy, Jesse.
It felt more real than anything. As real as what happened in Ordinary.
The industrial accident in your hometown that you believe Polaris caused.
No, it wasn't an accident. There was no industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan.
Jesse.
But nobody else.
No! It was a cover-up. The government knows about it. There were agents there. Agents from... I don't know exactly, but they took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop looking. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building there. I have to leave soon. I have to be
They
there
really knew she was
at a very
coming.
specific time. Something hugely important is
Oh,
going
wow.
to happen.
Jesse, you know we can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's
Was
real
she locked up
and
somewhere?
what's imagined.
It seems like she might have been locked up then, maybe in a psych ward of some kind. Because that does, yeah, I guess, why after all this time would she suddenly go see a therapist after years of just repressing it all? But plus, if the Bureau wanted to really understand where Jesse's mind was at, if they were to, rather than capturing her, showing her the truth behind the scenes, which they seem for some reason to really keep shielded from her, if they were to get her committed and then force her to see a therapist and then find out what she's been thinking behind the scenes this whole time, they could have a much better appreciation of... they'd have a better hand in cards, basically. It's just so mean. I can't believe they would do that to her. But considering how they treated her brother through the years, it's pretty on point for what they're known to do. Ordinary supplement. Details are largely based on interviews conducted with Dylan Faden. See interviews redacted and redacted for relevant information. And obtained therapy sessions of Jesse Faden, as well as circumstantial evidence found at the Ordinary site. Note that accounts provided by all three sources contain conflicting data. Example, Dylan Faden claims that there were 8 slides for the projector. Jesse Faden mentioned 9 slides. The Bureau found 1 intact slide, designation 36, and the burnt remains of 6 others. Unfortunately, these slides are too badly damaged to be used in the projector. Jesse Faden is believed to be the individual responsible for burning the slides. Way to just throw her under the bus. Maybe that's why they never looked for her. Notes: Dr. Darling has ordered that the entirety of the Ordinary Town dump be brought to the Bureau for examination and analysis, with the hopes of finding additional slides or other altered materials. Due to the limited space in the investigation sector, this AWE will be investigated in the containment sector. Well, that sucks for whoever had to pick up all that trash. It's a town dump, for crying out loud. The dump site. It's smaller than I expected, honestly.
They moved the whole landfill here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing. Pretty unbelievable.
They must have done one amazing cover-up in order to not only make it look like an industrial accident in the town of Ordinary, but also to, like, hand-wave away the disappearance of an entire landfill. I mean, not that people generally are looking for those sort of things, but how did no one see anything, like she said? Federal Bureau of Control notice. By order of Dr. Darling, all work in the Ordinary dump is to stop effective immediately. Resources will be allocated to the redacted department. Details will be forthcoming. This area will be sealed at the end of the month. Please remove all personal effects before that time. Any photographic slides, the type used in slide projectors, found in the area should be delivered to Dr. Darling immediately. I do feel like this must have been when he decided to create the personal devices that let people resist the hiss. That must have been where they were going, but still, I want to know more. There's all these, even as we learn more, it just gives us more questions. Really? No attack here? This seems like the perfect place to get in a fight. Ah, I knew it. And attack you. Attack you. Back up. Can I get on this light? Basically. It's actually not a good place to be. Can you believe it? Okay. Shield yourself, get some health. Shield yourself, get some health. Back away. Oh, that's... hello. Fancy meeting you here. Fancy meeting you here. And who's shooting me? You're probably the one shooting me. Ah, shoot. Why are you right-handed? Why do you have to make everything complicated? Okay. We're basically gonna get hurt if we're not very careful. Like right there. Okay, is there any health back this way? We killed some guys over here. We turned sideways too much. Much more efficient. The second time. Just stay out of view until he's ready to throw things at you. And then throw something at him first. Because he gets distracted. Doesn't remember he wants to. Oh shoot. We didn't get this far last time. Who hates me? And why? Ow, there's a floaty boy. That is rude, Mr. Junior Agent somebody. Okay, well let's keep a move on. Because people are coming upstairs to visit. I knew that was a bad idea. Okay, this is not going great the second time. I'm hoping there's something nice where I'm going, because I'm just getting followed. Ooh. Ah, I found some health. Running away is a valuable method. Oh, but running away in the proper direction is a bit more feasible. Ah, come on. Ah, it's this dude right here. Mr. Party Pooper. He just doesn't give me a moment's rest. I can't hide from him. How do I fight him? I will find a way. I will make him rue the day that he followed me around. First round, be easy. Super easy. Second round, harder. But not impossible. Okay, that was amazing. Where is... Yes. Get some help from you. You can go ahead and lob something at me. For whatever reason, he's being polite right now. First off, we should try and take care of him. There. Now it's just you and me, buddy. You and me. Oh!
We should check that lab.
I got him. Hey, dude. You put up quite the fight. Did not appreciate that one bit. I mean, look at this place. It's a mess. I blame it all on you. Ah, so when I was backing up last time, I was going to eventually hit an end of the road point. Unless I had turned left here. Alright, let's see what's in this lab. Dr. Darling, you here? Still not here. When are we gonna find that guy? Mysterious. Won't let me go to a bigger screen, so I guess we'll watch it here.
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Cuckoo. He's losing it.
Darling took the projector to the research sector.
Classic.
He dedicated a whole area to it, so he knew it was important. Dimensional research. That's where we go next.
Our brother's intrigued. Oh, because they want to get to other dimensions as well. The face of the enemy completed. Oh, it is spooky looking out there. Actually, I must stay in here, okay? Okay? Shoot, there's like nothing good in here. This looks terrible. We get out, and we fly. We fly. And hope people don't shoot us while we're hanging out up here. I was gone for... What are you? Oh, you're one of them. I think I have to be down here so it will get lured to me. Yeah, it was staying over there. Ah, shoot. More people joined in. And some of them are snipers. Let's get over here so we're away from the snipers. That wasn't my brightest work. Luckily there's so much health left from the last fight. I see you, Mr. Sniper. I just wanted to have something to grab. So it makes sense to me we'd want to proceed this way to return back to where we were. Plus now that's open for return purposes. There's a save point right here. Can we just take this and have no qualms? So we got this one, this Dylan Faden one, just right there, out of nowhere.
Dylan's a lost cause.
No, he's not. Don't talk about him like that.
I struggled to see this, but we've contained him now.
This is after they said no. For him being...
I wish I had sided with Marshall. Back when it was just one person. So many dead.
Oh. He's killed a lot then.
I thought his youth was an asset. Just too much too soon.
Yeah, okay. So he's just giving up. Ripping it all up.
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research.
Okay, so this is when it cut to the other part, which I couldn't escape from that.
That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
But this is why I like going into here instead, because sometimes when you wander and find the presentations in the game world and you just see them being played, they cut things out to kind of like grab your attention. So you lose out on important details like how Darling felt when he went ahead and basically gave up on Dylan, and he's just like, lost cause, like, my bad, maybe it was too much too soon, but like that's a live person now who's like, Dylan was like suffering and like acting out, it seems like, and we caught up later when Dylan was getting interviewed and like, what day is it? And Dylan's like, I don't know, and just very upset. But at the core of that incident, he also just still wanted affection. He wanted someone to approve of what he was doing, and he wasn't getting it. We also got a phone call. Descent. The board, you have heard wrong. Fake news. The board is A-OK, intact. The rebel faction Descent is former fired. The crisis purge is over. This is not a matter worry for you? You can hang up now, please. That's even more confusing. Are they losing that badly that they're forgetting that they're losing that badly? I'm betting when we get back to the executive place, Jesse might be gone. He's definitely going to escape at some point. So let's just go back to central executive area. Use E-launch to carry a light source into dark areas. I've never considered that. Usually you can't grab lights. We're back. We're back. What's new?
I need the containment protocols for every altered item or object of power with an audio-related effect.
I'll send a team to contact Langston and get that information, sir. If he asks why, what do we tell him?
Tell him that the hiss work through sound. So any countermeasures designed for similar altered items should be considered for field use.
You're definitely living it up, man.
Man, I never thought I'd be working in the executive sector.
Welcome.
Look at me now, Ma.
Welcome to the big leagues. Nothing new with you.
I have to go.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know.
I know. What about Pope? You got anything to say, Emily? It's been a while. Cutscene?
Do you remember Mr. Tomasi, the head of communications? The hiss he was changed into showed up in containment, near the turntable.
I'll take care of it.
That thing's not getting away this time.
I've heard reports about his particular use of language and intonation when repeating the hiss babbling. The biological and behavioral distinctions between different hiss-corrupted individuals is truly fascinating. I wonder if I could categorize the data.
And she's already off on her own
I forgot
thing.
she was like that. Working with Darling.
I've been seeing these Darling presentations all over. Seems like he enjoys the limelight.
So you noticed, huh? When he recruited me out of college, he actually came to visit. He interrupted my physics course by shouting, not quite, Professor, and then marching down to the front of the class where he proceeded to berate the very idea of laws of thermodynamics. Hey, he's been a showboat all his life.
Darling visited you in college?
Yeah, he read a paper I'd published.
Impressive.
Came to recruit me for the Bureau. I accepted and then spent years waiting for access to the confidential research that Darling promised me. And whenever I ask about my access level, he just mumbles that it's temporarily postponed and then changes the subject to the effect of entropy on luck.
I wonder who else Darling hid his work from. Marshall? Trench?
Probably. I wonder if Darling knew that she would basically be the heir to take over for him, and that's why he kind of grabbed her, brought her in on this. Studying Dylan.
Have you learned anything about Dylan's condition?
Only that he's definitely Hiss, but I guess his chanting made that pretty obvious.
I mean,
Now,
I could chant.
interestingly,
Would that make
the
me hiss?
words of the Hiss Incantation have an average length of 4 letters. The most common word used 7 times is want. The next most common are through and time. That's very interesting, don't you think?
I don't care about the words. What about my brother?
Right. Sorry, I got a little off track. Well, strangely, his tissue samples all look healthy, unlike the other Hiss I've tested.
That's good news. Right?
Means just his mind is affected. And then, Jesse, about me?
I wanted to talk to you about the crazy things I can do. My abilities. I get the sense that they're not very usual around here.
Well, usual and unusual aren't really benchmarks at the Bureau, but for some perspective, Director Northmore once used the floppy disk to send a bowling ball 6 yards through the air, and that was considered a huge deal. So compared to that, you are most certainly an outlier.
An outlier. I like the sound of that.
She likes the limelight in her own way. One thing that hasn't been made clear, so we know Dylan had powers, and he had very impressive powers, if we consider the extent of the injuries the first person he killed had, but were they comparable to Jesse's before the Hiss showed up? Because I'm sure eventually we're going to fight each other, and they'll have to be comparable then, but is that the Hiss is doing? And what is our built-in power versus what is Polaris messing around with us? Well, it's been a while since we visited our brother.
Here we go again.
Hello,
Once
P6.
more with feeling.
Let me guess. You want to tell me about your dream?
Yes. Yes. In fact, I'm having a dream right now.
Oh. That's new.
In this dream, I'm standing in the corner watching Jesse and Dylan talk about this very dream. This very dream! He said just now! And repeated it again now! I'm standing there and watching, and that's all I can do. It's as if I'm trapped there. And that's all I have to say about that dream.
Okay, Dylan. That's good.
Is it...
Is he still in there? Or is this the Hiss playing mind games?
Like, it sounds like maybe Dylan's in the
I
corner?
don't know.
And the Hiss is in there. But Dylan kind of was like bouncing back and forth before the Hiss took back control. Oh, we can't talk to him anymore. We've reached the end of that dialogue tree. Well, well, well. Lots of things have happened. We don't know what we're gonna do about our brother. Hopefully he's not totally lost to us, because his tissues are normal, whatever that means. And we learned a bit more about Ordinary and what happened there. And we learned that Dr. Darling took the AWE and created a whole new research sector about dimensional research. And I think it's when he was doing that research that the Hiss managed to find yet another way through, so good job, Dr. Darling. And as for what will happen next when we are finally able to shut down that AWE and contain the Hiss once and for all, we'll have to find out in a later episode. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!